Hello and welcome on in, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? Hopefully you guys are well. Let me get my camera on there. Welcome in. If you're new to the channel, hi, hello, welcome. I'm Tanya or TitaniumBuilt. You can call me either or, and I have my other channel thing up there, so let's switch all that around. I didn't realize I did that. We'll just not show my name for now. Maybe we'll do. Okay, there we go. I figured it out. I was like, how do I change it back? So let me just change it back really quick. So you guys are probably like, what's unfiltered? That's the second channel. But I hope you guys, if you are new, I hope you guys will consider subscribing to the channel and hitting the like button. It really helps us get into the algorithm. So the sooner you hit the like button, the better off we are. So if you guys don't mind just taking a second, hitting that like. I know we're annoying when we tell you guys to do that. It annoys me whenever I have to say it. So maybe I should just have a shirt on that says it. Hit the like, subscribe. I might do that. That's a good idea. But welcome in, everyone. Welcome in, everybody. It's good to see you guys all back again. Mary Beth DM's here. Auto. We had the cash at me. Man, I love it. I love it. Ladybug. Hi, Tammy. Hi, Niners girl. Welcome in, everyone. Hey, Lenora. And I saw Mr. Rosebud was in here. We had some guys. CJK. We have CJK in here. We had another guy, Steve. I saw him towards the bottom there. Catherine. Excited to approve his message. Justice Jane. Dreamcatcher. It's only, for some reason, pay DM, it's only for like Steve and Ashley. I have to approve messages. I think it's because Steve uses the emojis. Hey, Stephanie. And it's just it must be certain emojis because everyone else is using emoji. Hey, Crafty One. Everyone else is good. Hey, Yvonne. Except for Ashley. She's always talking bad. So we gotta block some of hers. Just kidding. We don't ever block her. We just always approve it. But sometimes if your message doesn't go through, it's probably because maybe you use like a bunch of emojis. It'll block you or it'll not time you out, but it'll just like block your message. I don't know why it does that. It blocks my message. Like I will put something in the chat and it'll say, no, YouTube recognizes that and it doesn't sound good. And I'm like, okay, then do it again. Oh, thank you, Lenora. We had a pretty good time on the live. We went like a little sideways there, but that's fine. That's what the other channel's for. That's what the other channel's for. Just if we want to talk about whatever we want to talk about. But if you do decide that you love the channel and you want to become a member, I will put the channel link in there for you. Also, if you really love the channel and you're like, I just can't get enough of this girl, I'll put my link in there for the other channel as well. And thank you, Riddler. Look who came in. Titanium is awesome. Thank you for the $2 super sticker. You didn't have to do that. Smash the thumbs up. You better listen to Riddler too. He's that question mark is really fitting for you now. You just pop on in, pop on out. Hello, Riddler. We love Riddler around here. It's been a while. He'll be back. He'll be back. He says he's taking a break. But I love that you pop in. I love that. I love it. I love that you pop in. You say hi to everyone, Come on back. We're ready for you. We're ready for the Riddler 2.0. So tonight we're going to be talking about Veronica and Jilian again. We talked about these ladies last night on our live, and I can't get these women out of my head. I am like, where could they possibly be? Where are they? Who are they with? And what has that person done? Because these two women were basically going on a 16-mile journey from, Kansas to Oklahoma to pick up Veronica's two children that are under the age of 10. And they literally disappeared. They turned onto a side like access road. Dang it, Rapper. Why you be doing that? I don't know why I put him in timeout, but I did. He gets me, and then I get off my thing. I get off my A game. But anyway, they went missing, going to get Veronica's two children. We had heard that it was for a birthday party, but later on, we are now realizing that it was for visitation, and the visitation was trying to think of the word, like monitored, and that was by Jilian. So that's how she kind of came into the picture, because we were kind of wondering how these two ladies, I was anyway. I was like, how did they kind of meet? Because there is a little bit of an age difference, and there's not. I mean, age ain't nothing but a thing. But, someone that's 27, someone's 39, I just thought maybe there was a different reason, and there is. But they went missing from Hugoton, Kansas, and I do have video and stuff now that shows someone going past the gas station that they were supposed to meet at, that abandoned freaky one. That's it. Yeah. That's the one. But tomorrow is going to mark 2 weeks since they went missing. Went missing on the 30th of March. They went missing on their way, like I said, to meet up with Veronica's grandmother, or I'm sorry, Veronica's children's grandmother. So her name is Tiffany Adams. She was meeting up with her because she couldn't meet up with the father of her children. He's in court-ordered rehab, and his name is Wrangler Cole Rickman. So there's a lot of players in this game, and there's a lot of long names, I feel like, but I'll try to get them all for you. So, victims, Veronica, Jilian. Then you've got the victim, Veronica's baby's father, Wrangler Cole Rickman, and then his mother, Tiffany Adams. And in my opinion, we're going to find out some stuff, I feel like. We're going to find out some stuff soon. I feel like it's all going to come to a head soon. Hey, Cheryl, welcome in, everyone. Hey, Catherine. Hey, sassy girl. Me too. I want to know more. I want to know more too. I'm like, where are you? Well, and we said last night on the live, this reminds me of Chelsea Grim, like where the car is on like a side dirt kind of road and then they're just gone. Poof. Now, I don't know if I think it was Williams, Arizona, if they have a problem with like trafficking, but they do with this spot. So keep that in mind. I'm trying to keep that in my head. But I mean, because when you look at the place, it doesn't look like it's a hot spot for that. But I guess it is. Me too, Tammy. I hope we hear something while we're on this live. Although this is a good one. It's a good case. I mean, it has all the hallmarks of, a true crime case that we cover. Like literally they're 1 minute, gone the next. And there is some new news out too. So we'll hear that. And I found out some more stuff too with their court records. But Veronica C. Butler and Jilian Kelley went missing around 9:30 a.m. on the 30th of March. They were on their way to a royal home, but that's not right, their gas station, but never arrived. The vehicle they were traveling in was found abandoned on the side of the road east of Yarborough School. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Also in Texas County. And I believe I read that Veronica actually went to that school. And she's the one that's 27 years old. She's 5'4". She has red hair and green eyes. Veronica has several tattoos, a Chinese symbol on her left forearm, a sunflower on her left shoulder. And Veronica was last known to be wearing a blue short sleeve shirt, denim shorts, and Hey Dudes. And then Jilian is 39 years old. She has brown hair and blue eyes. Jilian has a butterfly tattoo on her left forearm. Jilian was last known to be wearing a long sleeve shirt, whitewashed blue jeans, and tanner beige shoes. If you have any information, please call the Oklahoma Sheriff's Office at 580-338-4000 or call your local law enforcement agency. Made that one easy for you, didn't they? Just call your local one. Oh, man. Hey, Lindsay. Welcome in, everyone. Hey, Harris. Yes. Yeah, with respect, mostly. We're going to watch that video tonight, too. I saw that, and I'm hoping, I don't know why my camera, I'm hoping that they come out with like another video while we're on here and they give us some more details about that. Because I believe that was Elizabeth Vargas. She comes on at what, 6 or 7? Then Leland, and then Cuomo, and then Banfield. I'd be watching some News Nation, y'all. I'd be watching some News Nation. So that's who's been covering this case. Nobody's really been covering this. Julie on Court TV, she did a small segment, and then News Nation's been out there sucking this thing dry. I mean, they're sucking this well dry, but I do love News Nation. You know me. I do love them. They're my people. So we're going to watch, what we're going to do tonight is we're just going to watch through a couple videos. I have some things I want to show you guys that I found out. Yeah. And that's what we're going to do tonight. That sounds good to me. How does it sound to you? Sound good? If you have any questions over this case, let me know and we'll try to answer them for you the best that we can. I mean, we're all kind of learning. Oh, We're all learning together here. So let's see. Oh yeah. So I wanted to get you guys caught up with the video. And before we do that, the place that I don't know who designated this area to meet, but somebody did. Now, whether that was Tiffany, in my opinion, it probably was her because she had the upper hand. She had the kids, you know what I mean? Like she had the children, or Veronica. But I just don't see Veronica picking this kind of place if she knew what kind of family she was dealing with. This place is desolate, I'm telling you. I mean, look at the camper right there. That's going to be my new place to stay, you know? Look at it's the middle of nowhere. I love it. Middle of nowhere. Is that a 4 right there? It looks like it, doesn't it? For like, maybe it's for 4 quarters. But that's the gas station down here. This is it. And you'll see like one of the old pumps is still out there. I mean, it's old, desolate area. I don't know who would meet up here. I mean, I'm just really confused about that. Because if I had a child with somebody, whether they were cool or not cool, you know what I mean? I would always probably meet them in an area well lit with cameras just because you're dropping off, picking up children. What if something were to happen? Not with you two, but with someone else. You would, you know. Oh, with respect, mostly, thank you. I don't right now, but I might. You never know. If anyone gets out of hand, everyone just let me know. And I have fractured it. Oh, you're talking about your arm. News Nation. Yeah, me too. I'm loving them. So this is from somebody from one of the Facebook groups that I went into, or that I'm like a part of. I joined them. It was like a private group. I'm like, why'd you have to be private for? So I had to like go in and join. But it's the Missing Kansas Moms, Veronica Butler and Jilian Kelley Facebook group. And they have some pretty good stuff in there. They've been doing their homework, let's just say. But this one is someone local to the area. I'm pretty sure they're local to the area. And they went past the gas station. So you'll be able to see just how desolate it is. And I'll let it play like 2 times. That way you guys can get like, you know, a good idea of what it looks like. And I don't think there's volume. But look at that. Like there is nothing out there. See, she just goes out to the other side. I don't think they go all the way down because I just went ahead and like I rewound it earlier. But let's see. No. Okay, there she's just going back. I mean, look at that. Like, who would say, let's go here? There's the pump, the gas pump. Because at first I didn't believe that this was the gas station that they met at. Like, I didn't think this was a gas station. Oh, gosh. Wrapper. Dang it. How did I do that? Okay. I think I banned the right person. I hope I did. Yeah, okay. How did Wrapper get in here twice? I don't even know how he did that. He is like, man, he loves it. He loves it. He's here. He's here every time. And I just usually time him out and he usually is good, but then not tonight. And he does it in every chat. Not every chat. So I should feel special. I don't think it's every chat. Did one of those big dust balls just roll past like tumbleweed? It could have, let's see. It could have. I wouldn't even doubt it. Like see a cow over here in the pasture, which we have plenty of cows here too, but I just think it's so desolate. Which, I mean, I grew up in areas where there's not stuff, you know, for a while, but nothing like that. And I did hear that cell phone service was like up and out. Like it was shoddy at best. But when I looked through the Facebook groups, they were all saying that it was fine, that the cell phone service was pretty fine, except for just like in certain spots, it would cut in and out a little bit, but overall it worked. That's a rough place to meet, isn't it, Dreamcatcher? I know. Hey, Steve. I didn't know if you were still in here. I knew you would be because you always say bye to me at night. I'm always like, where's Steve? So this video came out. Let me see. This one came out the other day, but I wanted to play this one for you, kind of like wrap some stuff up. So basically, we'll get caught up with this video too. Like I said, Veronica was meeting the grandmother of her children, whom she's in a battle with to get her children. And they were getting ready to go, I believe, at the end of March, or no, it wasn't. Maybe it was the end of April. I know it was coming up. They were getting ready to go back to court. She was seeking full custody of her children. And I'm not sure what kind of visitation grandma would have got with that. But grandma, that's what I'm calling her, Grandma Tiffany. Grandma Tiffany, she has been known to child steal. It's a thing I guess you can do instead of kidnapping. Like we all think that you would if you took 2 children, from somebody that they don't belong to you. But it's called child stealing when it's, I guess, a custodial parent. And she basically, like, even her son said he's terrified of his mother and what she's capable of. He thinks that she has police in her pocket. Apparently grandma's kind of crazy a little bit. She's a little nuts. Like, we went over the petition for writ of habeas corpus last night. Man, let me see if I can find anything. Like, Tiffany Adams has had exclusive possession of the minor children for the past several months and is withholding them from both parents currently. This is not in the best interest of the children and is a violation of the court's orders. I was trying to see what else there was. It was just like, there was a lot. She filed grandparental visitation rights. Or she has not filed them, but she just keeps the children. And then they were demanding that she produce the children, basically. And that's what this was. That was the letter I was just reading kind of over was. That's what I'm wondering. Like, why would she, knowing all of that, why would she want to meet there unless that's where, Tiffany said to meet, and Veronica just kind of said okay because she really wanted to see her children, and she knew maybe she'd have somebody with her, so she felt a little bit more relaxed. Like, I have my protector in a way, somebody that's with me, somebody that can help me. I don't know. I don't know if she did or if she had someone do it or if I think that she knows something, and that's why they're telling the families to kind of be quiet. I think they're telling them to be quiet because they're looking at some of them, in my opinion. Yeah, that's where they met. Yeah, that's where they met. But it's spooky. It is still spooky, to meet there. If I don't know. It's not my kind of spot. That's just me though. That's just me. But we'll go ahead and we'll play this, and this will just get us all kind of caught up, which I think I got us pretty much there. Let me turn the volume up.
From Kansas vanished in rural Oklahoma. Veronica Butler and Jilian Kelley disappeared Easter weekend while traveling to see Butler's children. Law enforcement says foul play is suspected, but with no signs of an active large-scale search, it's not clear where this investigation stands. Let's bring in correspondent Laura Engel, who is on the ground in Oklahoma. So, Laura, what are you hearing from family and friends? This is such a mystery.
This will show you overhead, too.
It is such a mystery, and we have been efforting that for the last several days. I actually was able to get the husband of Jilian Kelley on the phone this morning at his church. He could not talk to us. He said that, right now they're just waiting for investigators. That information is going to have to come from the OSBI in terms of our questions. And he did ask for us to respect his privacy. We also had a text exchange with the mother of Veronica Butler, who said that she also is directing us to the OSBI. So we've at least made contact with family members with both of these women, but they just can't talk right at the moment. And the silence from investigators, we've got to say, has been deafening. But as we have seen in many other high-profile criminal investigations, this is often the case. This, as the desperate search for 27-year-old Veronica Butler and 39-year-old Jilian Kelley continues. Now, the only sign of a physical search that we've seen in the remote area.
So I want to say it before I forget. Um, what would have put these two, what would have made these two women, because I wanted to show you guys the road. What would have made these two women pull off onto this road? What do you guys think? Do you think it was mechanical error? Because the officers haven't said that I know of anyway. Do you think somebody forced them over, like, or flagged them over? I don't know why they would have turned on that side road. There's Whist. I've been summoning you. I was like, "Where's Whist been?" You know, we'll find out. We'll be like, "Where's she?" Aren't Oklahoma? Aren't you living in? Do you live in Oklahoma, Whist, or Idaho? No, I can't remember because I know Brooks is from Oklahoma, so I might be getting you guys confused. They could be in a barn and outbuilding. Yeah. Well, I heard that there's a lot of farms, like farming areas there around there. Um, I don't know. That's not good.
Area where the women's SUV was found with signs of foul play has been from a couple of local volunteers who have been live streaming their efforts on YouTube, but
Well, I
no
guess they are
official
live
searches
streaming.
that we have seen. Butler and Kelley were on their way to an abandoned gas station in a very remote location, which was the halfway point between Butler's home in Kansas and her children's grandmother's home in Oklahoma. They were set to meet up for a child custodial pickup, but never made it to their destination, as we know. The residents of Houghton, where the women departed from on
And we
Saturday,
don't
March
know if
30th,
Tiffany
are
made it, the
holding out hope. And
grandmother.
people that we
We haven't
spoke to
heard.
say they are devastated. There have been no signs or no word on their friends. Many people who have been very hesitant to talk. One woman who did not want to go on camera told me she visited Veronica and had just seen her, saying that her friend was so excited to see her kids. Listen here.
I saw her Friday. I was sitting out at Toot and Totem, and she walked in. She was so happy. She had on like full makeup, you know. She said, "I'm going to Liberal." And I said, "What are you going to do?" She goes, "We're going on the boat with the kids." She says, "And I'm not coming back to Hugoton until Tuesday."
Wonder what
So
she
we
meant by
reached out
that.
once again to the OSBI today for comment. They could only offer this statement. This is what we got today. The OSBI, along with other agencies, are continuing our search and are hopeful to find both women alive. Anyone with additional information can contact
Oh, with
the
respect to
OSBI
it's
at
pretty out there.
tips@osbi.ok.gov. So here we sit and we wait in Oklahoma for word. And those tips
Oh, there's the
hopefully will
cows.
bring something. They want somebody to come forward. We've been showing you that remote location where the women's vehicle was found. Sure, there's not a lot of traffic there, but somebody, a farmer maybe, may have seen something. And that is what they're hoping for. Somebody that drove by and
Look
saw
at
some
that.
activity that day. Back to you.
All right, Laura Ingle, live for us there in Oklahoma.
They said that it was they they were 1,000 feet off of like the main road back. That's that's a pretty long ways to drive back. I mean, I don't know. In my opinion, I'm wondering if they turned off the road a little bit further, like, maybe 200 feet off the road or something, 100 feet. And the person that did this, I'm assuming that they had a weapon to be able to control two women like that. Maybe they had more than one person. They got him in one of the vehicles, and then somebody kind of just drove that car back, like off the road. So it was a little further off the road. I mean, it makes no sense to me though to drive the car further off the road because you could see anything through there. You could see miles away. There's no hills, no mountains to cover anything or trees. But maybe that person was thinking that in their head. I don't know, but I know that the meeting spot was a very bad decision. There's no cameras, there's nothing, there's nobody. Um, I mean, even pulling off on the side of the road seems like a better plan than that creepy place. That place is creepy. And I'm just kidding. I wouldn't pull off the side of the road. So like I said, there is a custody dispute between Veronica and the father of her children, also with the grandmother. Basically, the grandmother, I said, was known to take the kids without permission. They got her for child stealing before. she has a record from here to like all up my arm. She's been arrested for or given tickets for not having her children in restraints, like, in a seatbelt or anything like a seatbelt, car seat. She's been time and time again. This has happened. And it said with children under the age of 4. I don't know. I forget the exact years she got those charges, but they were a while ago. So I'm wondering if her son Wrangler has a younger sibling. I don't know. If you guys know, let me know. Yeah, that's what we're hearing. Maybe. Yeah. Hey, Miss Anonymous. Hey, welcome in, everybody. If I missed you. Hey, Chastity. This all does seem to be pre-planned. Now, that's what I'm wondering too. I'm wondering who decided this pickup spot. If this was the grandmother, Tiffany, she may have picked that spot. Like I heard they picked a spot there because it was in the middle of the two, but there's other places around there like gas stations and stuff. But that work. But if Tiffany, that was her idea, then maybe she set that up so that for a reason, there was no cameras there. I just feel like Veronica would have been like a little smarter than to meet there on her, like having her to say that. But I could see her just being like, okay, she doesn't want to give her any pushback because grandma's crazy, we hear. So, I mean, we even heard it from her son. Her son even said that he was scared of his mom. If your own kid's scared of you, ugh. Hey, Whitney. Hey, Bridget. Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. I've been reading, so I just kind of get to see the chat here and there. And welcome in, Deb. I don't know if I said hi. Heidi, I said something to you there earlier. Hey, Siggy. Welcome on in, everybody. If you guys don't mind and you like what, I'm spitting out here, I'm trying to spit out, don't forget to hit the like button. And we do talk true crime daily here. So if that's something that you're into, we cover a lot of cases, a wide range of cases that are usually cases that are in in topic right now or on trend, I guess you would consider them. And then we do a lot of missing persons cases. So if that's something you're into, subscribe to the channel. So there wasn't a couple of videos that came out earlier and throughout the day. This first one, I forget her name. Is it Mar? No, it's not Marty. What's her name? That was going to bother me. Maybe you guys will know. She does Morning in America. I was seeing if they said anything about her, but I think she's so pretty. This girl here. I forget her name. I think it is. No, that's the blonde. It's Marty. I don't know, but she's cute as can be. And I didn't realize that she was pregnant until today. I didn't know that. I was just reading your guys' comments. Is anybody from the area? Because I would like to know someone from the area. You know what I mean? Like just to get a feel of. It looks like there's just vastness and there's just nothing. But obviously, there's farmers out there. So do these farmers not have their their homes on their farming land? Because in Ohio, I don't know, maybe as I'm thinking, every state's different, everywhere's different. In Ohio, most farmers live where their crop is. So if that's the case, there should be farmers out there, people that are, that live there, that are there all the time. Maybe somebody saw something. But if you're from the area or if you're from an area where they don't live on the property where they tend to, let me know. I guess Dylan Rounds didn't live where he did his crop. I didn't even think about him. Like it just popped up in my head. And the farmers are very protective of their land, I hear. Oh, wow. I bet. There's a lot of people trying to come in and buy their land and stuff, and they have to be protective of it. I mean, some of those people go back generations. That land is like family member to them. I know in Ohio, I have some friends, and they would probably pick a cow over me any day of the week. They're like, this is my cow Harry over here. We're cool. But this is going to be, like I said, she's going to talk to a retired sergeant, and the retired sergeant she talks to, I can't remember his name, but he's from the Tulsa, Oklahoma area. He was their sergeant, like I just said. He was on the show, The First 48. So I don't know if you guys ever watched that show, but he was on that for like ever and a day. So you'll recognize him if you, like I said, if you saw that show before. So let's see what he has to say. Oh, also, just to let you guys know, I'm still trying to get that Preston Lord case file. If they don't give it to me by Monday, I'm gonna go and drive there myself, and I'm gonna ask them for it in person. Because I wrote them finally. I just remembered, so I want to tell you. I wrote them finally, was like, hey, remember me? And they're like, we're processing it. As soon as we get it, we'll give it to you. I'm like, okay. Because it's on the internet where I could just like grab it, but I want the actual physical document because I want to get all the body cam and everything else too. I just remembered that because we're watching News Nation and they just picked up the story. We've been covering it since first week in November.
Dave Walker now. Once again, he's the retired homicide sergeant for the Tulsa, Oklahoma Police Department with more than 3 decades of experience. Dave, thanks for hopping on with me once again this week.
Oh, Dave is
as
his
Nancy
name.
just laid out, tomorrow marks 2 weeks since they've gone missing. Still not a lot of information to go off of. So where do you think investigators are in their search today?
I again still think they're probably pretty close by the lack of information they're giving. The type of information that was given was kind of impressive down into even the shoe descriptions. I don't think I would have given that much of a description because then what happens is when somebody calls in with a tip, if we didn't give every piece of information, we'd be able to determine if that tip is valid or not and whether to spend the time on.
Authorities, as you know, they've confirmed foul play is suspected just based on undisclosed evidence that they found in that abandoned car. But what should we make of the fact that there are no visible signs of an active large-scale search? I mean, no grid searches, K9 units, police command center.
I think by the lack of a search in that area, and you see a lot of private citizens, as you call them, computer sleuths or whatever you want to call them, law enforcement doesn't mind that they're out there. That means that that's not where the crime scene is. They may not know where the crime scene is, but I think they've pretty much determined it's not there. So as long as the private citizens are mucking around somewhere else, then they're not going to be tying the hands of law enforcement unnecessarily.
And Dave, you worked in this area for decades. I know you're hearing rumors of a hog farm that's close by that could be involved here. What are you hearing about that, and how would that be involved?
Well, I think anytime you got a hog farm there and the criminal element knows that hogs eat just about anything, we've had investigations, 2 of them that I know of, that concerned hogs and the suspicion that they were fed
He was
to
on the first 48.
If that's the case, then we're looking for clothing. And because hogs will not digest the clothing, they'll obviously digest food, and a human would be food. But then where is the clothing that they were wearing?
Yeah. Chilling to think about. Also, since we last spoke a couple days
So they
ago, it's
wouldn't
now
eat
been
the clothing?
confirmed that the FBI has been involved in the case from the get-go. The feds asked to assist while the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation remains the lead. What services can the FBI provide in a case like this?
Well, I know the OSBI has a great lab there in Edmond, Oklahoma. The FBI does have a lot of resources that they can throw at an issue.
Hey, Dave Walker, I got one for
as
you.
long as the OSBI is in control
Yeah,
of
Dave
what's
Walker
happening and the communication's good.
from the first
The
48.
more eyes looking at this, the better. And that's why I'm kind of confused by the lack of media being brought in. But I'm sure law enforcement has a reason for that.
Do you think that's a mistake? Do you think we'd be farther along if the media were given more information to disseminate out farther and more widespread?
Yes and no, but I think I would, this far out, absolutely call in everybody that you can. Like I said, then it would
Absolutely.
come down to determining what tips you
Oh,
get,
thank you,
who's carrying the
Tammy.
phone. 24
Thank
hours a
you so
day, that
much.
thing needs to be answered.
Oh, there's Starbucks next
And
time.
it
I
needs to
heard
be
it.
answered by somebody in the know. That's why your groups have to be, your detectives need to be working the obvious, and then now this far out, the not so obvious.
I know all of us curious as to what they have that they're not releasing. I know that they're probably focusing on that bitter custody battle that seems to be at the center of this too. So hopefully new answers this weekend as it now marks 2 weeks. Sergeant Dave Walker, thanks again for coming back on. Do appreciate it.
Thanks for
Oh, I've gotten them all night. I haven't got them to yell at us tonight, like they usually do. Thank you, Tammy. I appreciate that. I'm gonna go get me some Starbucks next time. I like their hot chocolate. I'm not a big coffee person, but I do like their hot chocolate. Oh, so I was reading Catherine's. Yeah, she said, "Oh no, I hope no hog farm was involved." And they do eat. They do eat clothes. I was like, "Oh, Dave, let me," because if you ever hear something that just doesn't seem right, like you're some Google it and just double check, because you never know. Especially if I say something and you're like, "What did she just say?" Google it because I probably said it wrong. But I just typed in here. I said, "Would pigs eat a human and their clothing?" If anybody got a hold of my Google search history, I would probably be sitting in a cell because it's, like it's always like stuff about being unalived or missing, or it's just, weird stuff like this. Would pigs eat human and their clothing? But it does say here, yes, pigs can eat humans, including their bones and clothing. Pigs are curious and will eat almost anything they can find, including human bones, soft tissue, and teeth. That can't be good. They can eat bones down to nothing within 30 minutes, and they'll go for the soft stuff first. However, pigs can't chew the larger bones of the human body, so they'll break them into smaller bits to make them more manageable. This is pretty graphic. Human hair and teeth, on the other hand, are not digestible to hogs and will get left behind. It just says that they eat teeth. That doesn't make sense. It says human bones, soft tissue, and teeth, and then down here it says they won't eat the teeth. I don't know. But maybe there's, I don't know, maybe there's mean the human hair, but they would find hair, I guess. That's like, I think they would know if the hogs don't eat hair. I hate to be so graphic, but Veronica has beautiful red hair. It's long, I think that they would see that. Oh my Lord. Yeah, I don't think that's what happened. We don't know. We just don't know. What we do know is they were taken from that vehicle more than most likely against their will, because it was two women living two different lives in a way. You had the preacher's wife, Jilian, just helping out on a child custody, visitation, just being a guardian there. Then you have Veronica, who, she owns a beautiful store, but, she's having this custody battle with her in-laws and, the grandmother of her children, and just seems like they're kind of like living two lives. So it's like, I don't know, it makes you wonder who was the target, but I think we all can safely say more than most likely it was Veronica. But you never know. You never know. Just because Jillian's the preacher's wife don't mean nothing. He was a new pastor to the congregation there. So I don't really know a lot of his background, but I know that he found the car within like minutes of them being missing. Like, so in my mind, to me, that says she told her husband, if I'm not back at this time, or if I don't call you at this time, or they definitely had something planned between the two of them, because he was there within, I think, 30 minutes, and they were only gone 45 minutes, and it took 45 minutes to get there or something. It was crazy. Oh, they'll still eat it, but it'll just go through the undigested. Ooh, that's not fun. And they did say something about a smashed window, but we haven't, I haven't seen anything about that yet. If anyone has seen something about it, let me know. I haven't seen anything, unless it's on this new one that Elizabeth Vargas did. because I was just watching. I just got to see a little bit of it because it came on right before the live. And then I'm also going to go over to, let me go there right now. I wanted to go to News Nation just to see if there's anything new that does come on to it. Why did Cuomo do a podcast? Yep, see, here we go. Yeah, they were shot, it looks like. Wow, okay. Well, we're going to learn some new stuff today. Let's start. Are you ready? Are we ready to learn? Learn? Okay, because Elizabeth's going to tell us about a small amount of blood found in the car. But I only got halfway through this, and I don't remember her saying anything about someone shooting it. So, yeah, Nancy did one. She did I think she did an episode, one of the first ones I think we covered. Yeah, because I wanted to get the story out there, and then we did one last night, and then tonight. And woo, I love her top. It is bright.
We have been following since the very beginning. Tomorrow marks
Thank you,
14
Casey.
days since two
Don't worry, we'll
mothers
start over
went
for ya.
missing along a rural
Lisa.
Oklahoma highway, gone without a trace. And tonight you'll hear
They
new
coulda.
details only on News Nation about that bitter custody battle that most likely is at the center of this case. Veronica Butler and Jilian Kelley were traveling to Oklahoma to pick up Butler's two small children. Their
Thank you,
car
with
was
respect.
found off the State Highway 95 on March 30th, way down a dirt road for a weird place for that car to stop. So nearly 2 weeks later, authorities in Oklahoma have not shared any updates for more than a week since revealing that investigators suspect foul play. We do know the FBI is helping in the investigation, but here's some sobering stats. According to the FBI, about 70% of all reported missing persons are found and returned within 48 to 72 hours. It's now been 300 hours since Butler and Kelley were last seen. All right, so joining us now is News Nation producer Allison Weiner. She's been digging into this story. Allison, what have you learned about the evidence in and around that abandoned car that leads
They're bringing
police
in the
to believe there was
producer.
foul play?
Like the producer. Has anyone ever seen the producer of the show on screen? Because I haven't. She's like, hold my beer. That's what she's saying. She's about to give us the deets. She's about to give us the tea.
Well, there was a lot of discussion early, that we've already learned that there was some blood that was found in the car. And that was something that the police, indicated that there was some foul play. There was blood, a tiny bit of blood in the car, not a huge amount. But what we've now learned is that there was also blood outside of the car, 2 separate puddles of blood. And the reason I was wondering, and I asked my source or several sources, why the press wasn't able to see that, is that those, after the police were able to do initial investigation, those puddles were kind of dried up with dirt and
so they covered it up. They covered it up so that reporters wouldn't take pictures of it. Okay, so we've been talking about this custody battle between Veronica Butler and her and the father of the 2 children. Veronica Butler had only supervised visits with her kids every week or 2. Why did she lose custody of the children?
Well, I was able to find out that it turns out that there was an allegation of sexual abuse of the children. It's
We
not
heard
by
about that last night.
Veronica and not by the father, but by somebody
The brother of
within
the father.
family circle.
Hold on.
And that
I remember reading that. It was, I believe, the brother. I think she does have another kid. I think it was Wrangler's brother. But let me know if I'm mistaken. Because I remember us reading that. Or I read it and I just didn't, maybe I didn't read it on the live, but maybe we did read it on the live, but I remember reading that, like a court document of that.
Based on that, the grandmother of the father went forward with trying to gain the custody and according to the father, made him say some things that weren't totally true. And that is, and managed to gain custody. The father managed to gain custody, but then the father was sent to prison on a domestic violence allegation, and he now is in rehab in Oklahoma City, and the grandmother has custody.
All right, we're looking at a picture of the father right now, Wrangler Rickman. I believe this is his mugshot. But wasn't he just released
What a
a
darling.
few days ago, a few days before these two women disappeared?
Actually not. He was, during the time they disappeared, the police have been able
Grandma
to confirm
does.
that he was.
Grandma might have ties to law enforcement. Wrangler here said he's terrified of his mother. He's afraid of what she'll do. She said, I guess she said something like, if she doesn't get the kids or something, she's going to shoot him in the head. I mean, grandma's a little graphic. Grandma says things that grandmas don't usually say. He said he was terrified of his mom. I wonder if I could find that post again.
Was in the
I should
rehab
always keep
facility,
things up.
Okay.
and they confirmed it, and my source confirmed it.
Okay. So, but there's a hearing. There was a hearing scheduled this coming week on the whole custody issue. Veronica Butler was fighting to get her kids back.
Yes. There was a custody hearing scheduled, and basically what happened is that Veronica and the grandmother would exchange custody at this abandoned gas station called Four Corners, and they'd done it many times before, and they were on their way to Four Corners to do the custody exchange.
And I'm just curious, this custody exchange, do we know anything? Was it amicable? I can't imagine it was, if the grandmother had helped launch these sexual abuse allegations against the mother. That must have been a fraught situation between the two.
It was a very fraught situation between the two, and the father has said that his own mother, the grandmother, like forced him to say certain things, and that she threatened to shoot him in the head if he didn't say it. And it's in court documents, that comment, and we at News Nation have obtained and been able to review those court documents. So we know that this is not the custody. We thought it was a custody dispute, but this is a volatile custody dispute with a lot of anger coming from both sides. This is what we found in the court documents, that the plaintiff further stated that he had been threatened numerous times by his mother. That's the grandmother who has custody of the children now, that she would kill him, shoot him in the head if he didn't do what she told him to do. So he did what she told him to do.
And a lot of people there, a lot of people there are afraid of that family, Allison. We've found out from several reporters who've been down there on the scene.
Yeah, I mean, reporting on custody issues or potential, I mean, it's difficult and dangerous work, but it's work that needs to be done because we need to try to help find these women.
Thanks so much for watching.
Absolutely.
Go to joinnn.com.
At least she's the soft-spoken one there. Okay, so I was looking around and trying to get back the files that I had up from the last live. So remember a minute ago when I said like Wrangler was terrified of his mom? This is where I got it from. This is a part of one of the legal documents. People have the legal documents and they're releasing like a little bit of them at a time. And I'm wondering how they obtained them. So I'm going to look into that over the weekend because it's child custody. And I thought all that stuff was like sealed, but I guess not. But I don't have children. That's something I don't know. But I always thought that stuff was sealed. But it's kind of fuzzy. I have another picture of it, but kind of far away. So I think this will probably be the best one. It's a little, yeah, you can't really see it, but you can listen to me read it. Just believe me when I say it. The defendant and the plaintiff have had a telephone conversation that took place extremely recent, September 22nd, 2023, 7 months ago. Herein the plaintiff admits that he never disapproved of any of the supervisors that the defendant had chosen for her supervised visitations, and that it was his mother that would make that decision, and he felt compelled to listen to her. Sounds like he may have been abused. I don't know if he's feeling compelled to listen to his mom on that. The plaintiff further stated that he had been threatened numerous times by his mother that she would kill him, shoot him in the head if he didn't do what she told him to do, that he would send the plaintiff copied and pasted text directly from his mother as if it were him, that the plaintiff believes his mother has cops in her pocket. Most importantly, the plaintiff admitted that he believes that his mother coaches and has coached the subject minor children before dropping them off with the current counselor. So that's a lot. He's afraid of his mom. He never disapproved of any of the supervisors. So I'm wondering why the mother was disapproving of these supervisors. Were they a little too nosy or something? Or were they maybe from that area and they knew what she was up to? What she was like? Because eventually they fall on Jilian, and it sounds to me like she has been the one that went to the visitations like for a little while now. So that kind of confuses me in a way. Oh, grandma is at home, Siggy, as far as we know. Yeah. Clear pain. Yeah, just see her kids. Yeah, couldn't see her kids. And families are like this, you know. Hey, Astro from space. I couldn't imagine, you know. They both sound like winners, don't they? Man. But you know, I feel bad for Veronica because we've all been there. She had 2 babies with them, you know. I'm sure they're beautiful. I'm sure they're beautiful. Especially, I think if that's her natural red hair. I mean, I think it is. I don't know. But if it is, I mean, because it's beautiful. If it is, those babies are probably so cute. So I was looking around earlier before the live. Let me see if there's anything else I want to show you. No. So actually, yeah, no, that's all. That's all I wanted to show you for now. I'm going to read this to you guys, and then I'm going to show you the new video that just came out from News Nation, and then we'll see if there's any more. I just saw one video on there, so maybe I'll refresh the page in a second and it'll come up. But back in March and February, so let's see here. So these documents are from 2 different law firms, and they're asserting that both of these withdrew counsel from both Wrangler and his mother, Tiffany. And these are 2 separate law firms. One of them was filed on February 12th, 2024. And the other one was filed on March 13th, 2024. Now, I wish I can remember exactly when the custody hearing was. I'm thinking it was the end of March. But let me know if you guys remember. I'm pretty sure it was the end of March, though. So the first one we'll go to is Wrangler's, because his is first in line. Oh, I don't know how to say that. Sorain citizens. Really? Can you do that, Pickle Mama? You just say, I'm cool. Laws don't apply to me? Just the sheriff? Well, get out of there, granny or sheriff guy. I mean, we've had cases where there's people that have been that have retired or just, had to resign. Gabby Petito, Long Island Serial, which we haven't heard anything from about Lisk in a while. I don't know. I'm sorry to go do this, like right in the middle, but I just want to get it in the search bar because, I'll forget those things, guys. I'm getting old. But I wanted to show you guys this. So I'm just going to read through it really quick. But basically, the dude owes his lawyer a shit ton of money. And I've had lawyers before. They would never give me this much of a credit. And you'll read how much. It's crazy. So this is just a petition for the court from his attorney. And his attorney was Gungal, Jackson, Box, and Duvall, and PC. Wow, that's a lot. Okay. It says, comes now the plaintiff, and I'm not going to read all those names, and for its cause of action against the defendant, Wrangler Cole Rickman, alleges and states as follows. And this is literally right before their custody hearing. So he needed this lawyer. He needed him to at least probably get through the custody hearing. But it says that the law firms is a professional corporation with its principal place of business in Eden, Garfield County, Oklahoma. And that's where this was filed in Garfield. Upon information and belief, the defendant, Wrangler Cole Rickman, is a resident of Boise City, Oklahoma. That the defendant, Wrangler Cole Rickman, contracted with the plaintiff in Eden, Oklahoma, on or about November 30th, 2020, to perform legal services on behalf of the defendant. The defendant has neglected to pay the plaintiff pursuant to terms of the contract, although plaintiff has made demand of the defendant and currently owes plaintiff $52,614.67 as of January 31st, 2024, with interest accruing at the contract rate of 1.5% per month. Wow. That's a lot of money. Wherefore the plaintiff, and gives the lawyers' names again, prays for judgment against the defendant, Wrangler Rickman, in the sum of $52,614.67 as of January 31st, 2024, with interest accruing thereon, the court cost attorney's fees, and for such other and further relief as the court deems just and equitable. Isn't that something? He didn't even pay for the lawyer. He should have went with the public defender. He didn't want to. Yeah, she did her part. Everyone hit that like button. Well, let me actually grab my drink really quick. And if I hit the like button, that'll help too. We get up to 150 likes and I'll gift out 5 memberships. So somebody just let me know when we're there. And I'll keep telling you guys. So this is Wranglers, and I think it actually goes on more. Nope, we read it all. Okay, so he gets served this paper. It gets filed or whatever, February 12th, 2024. So just a couple months ago. And then his mama gets one. I just noticed this online when I was like going through snooping. So this one was filed on March 13th, 2024. And this is a motion to withdraw by counsel for intervener Tiffany Adams. And this is for the case of Wrangler versus Veronica. So I'm assuming that this has to do with the custody battle that they all have brewing. It's like grandma wants the kids. The dad can't have the kids because he's in court order rehab. The mom wants the kids because she's the mom. She may have established a really good life. It looks like she has. She had her own business. It was beautiful. She was going to church with, I think, and Jilian's same church. I think they were both, maybe part of the same. But it just seems like she was getting her life back on track, and probably for her children. And it's very troubling to think she may never get that chance because we don't know where she's at. But this is a motion to withdraw by counsel for intervener. Comes now Stephen Jones and William Jewell of Jones, Ochen, and Jewell, attorneys of record for the intervener, Tiffany Adams, and moves this court for an order allowing the withdrawal of those counsels for Tiffany Adams, and in support thereof asserts as following. So this is the reasons they're given why. In the matter, intervener retained the undersigned counsel to represent her, and an entry of appearance was filed by the undersigned counsel on her behalf on November 14th, 2023. When did they give him his? November 30th. This was November 14th. What the heck? This is like right in around the same time even that they got these charges, or like they needed the counsel. I wish I could put them both up side by side, like on this page, so I could read them to you. I don't think I could do that. It says circumstances have subsequently arisen which constitute an irreconcilable conflict of interest between intervener and her counsel. There is an I can't ever say that name or that word, irrecitable, I can't say it, difference of opinion, and it makes it necessary for the undersigned counsel to withdraw. Irreconcilable. I'm so bad at that word. Intervener has violated her contract for representation in this matter with the undersigned counsel, which makes it necessary for counsel to withdraw. So I don't know what she violated in the contract. Intervener has requested counsel to withdraw from the case by email dated March 6, 2024. Counsel informed intervener of their intention to withdraw by email and voicemail message on March 8th, 2024. Intervener has yet to retain new counsel. The final hearing in this matter is currently scheduled to occur from March 25th to March 28th. Now, I'm pretty sure that's going to be that custody hearing. Hey, Ashley Higgins, did you get where you were going okay? I was thinking of you earlier. Hey, is it Steel Guitar? Oh, you're a newbie. I was about to say, I recognize the name as a newbie. Oh, no, Bridget, you're fine. So I don't know, actually. That's a good question. They didn't really say why she didn't have custody. I don't remember like reading that in the last few days, which is strange to me. And no one's talking. That's the thing too. No one's saying anything. We need to get Wist out there. Sending you Wist, our interrogator. She'll get something out of them. So these two guys I don't know what that's about, but they both got dropped by their attorneys. Now, if you're going through a custody dispute, right? And you're Veronica, and let's say she got her life together, and she's got this business. She's got, she looks healthy. She didn't look like she was, strung out or anything. I think that with her getting all of her ducks in a row, she probably had her lawyer, there, ready to go. And then these two people that are trying to get this child, which, we all know the dad wasn't going to get him because he's in rehab. But the grandmother, right before all this happens, her lawyer just pieces out on her. Do you think that would send her over the edge? I mean, that could be something. I'm just throwing out, speculations out there. But I mean, it could send somebody over the edge if they're like, she's known for stealing those children. I heard it was Veronica's brother too. Actually, it was Veronica's brother, I'm sorry. I was saying Rickman, Wrangler's brother, but I meant what you said, Veronica's brother. That's what I heard too. Oh, you're welcome. You play the steel guitar. That's awesome. My dad played the guitar. He played, I can't think of it. Oh man, it's like right on the tip of my tongue. I can think of it, but I can't think of it. It was a royal blue guitar. It was one of those just like country looking guitars, but it was a special brand. And I remember he was like, it was expensive. He told the guy it was my birthday to get it for a discount. Well, that's what parents do. So like I was telling you guys earlier, Miss Tiffany there, she's had a lot of charges. We went over these last night. And, I said, if you look at them from far away and just one at a time, maybe she doesn't look that bad on paper, not too bad. I mean, there's some, but, but if you think about it in the like overall scheme of things, one of the grandchildren was born in 2015. One was born in 2018. And some of these charges are from those times. Then other times it says, child under the age of 4. And these are from years ago, which could have placed, if she does have a younger child, it could have been them. So I don't know. She just, she'd be doing the most. Yeah. So it was lack of payment. She owed, I don't know how much she owed, but he owed $52,000. Yeah. Whenever you're ready, Astro from space. One thing, did y'all know they changed the spot last minute to the exchange? No, I didn't know that. We heard that was the spot that they always went to. Where are you getting the juice? The tea. I said the juice. I like that. Started calling it that. So disillusion of marriage there. Speeding. But I was talking about this last night. If she has kids in the car, which a lot of these matchups are where there's kids not wearing a seatbelt, then that's not good. Not wearing a seatbelt's one. got to have the kids buckled in, and they're under the age of 4. So, they need to be buckled in unless you produced a giant kid that's like, over 5 foot and over 100 pounds, then maybe, but they still need a seatbelt. Ain't getting around that. So then she has the failure, to wear a seatbelt, failure to stop at a stop sign, which that could harm a child. Disillusion of marriage again, man. Dang. 2010, she had one, 2011, 2017. Wow, okay. And then the process of the server license, we were looking at that last night. And that's so basically what that is the person that comes up to you when you've been served with papers and like you've been served and then they run. That's what a process server is. So she applied, or she, I guess she applied to become one, and they just give that to anybody, I guess. So I don't know if she was trying to do something with that, like nefarious, or because her name is different. So maybe they would give her, her son's paperwork, or Veronica's, maybe like one, maybe she would get lucky, she thought, and she would get that. I don't know. It's just weird that she became a process server. To me, it does. It seems like it. And then she got neglect of property, damage, personal injury. Dang, what'd you do there, girl? Yeah, Tammy, I'm going to give some membership. I'm probably going to get them anyway. But I think we could get there. I think we could. Oh, okay. Doing something weird over here. Yeah, I wanted to gift out some tonight because I didn't do it the other night. So everyone, don't forget to put your, hit the like button if you guys don't mind. Come in the chat and talk to us. Subscribe for the 3 minutes it is or whatever. And if you hate the chat and you hate me, you're like, ooh, these people suck, unsubscribe. But I promise you'll love us. We're a pretty good bunch here. So is this the second one I want to show you? Is this page 2? No, this is page 2. Oh, I just stopped sharing everything with you guys. I clicked it twice. My finger got like trigger happy there. This one is marriage license application. Failure to protect child under 4 with restraint. Failure to protect child under 4 by use of a restraint system. Unsafe turn at intersection. I mean, that could harm a child. Failure to protect a child under 4 with use of restraint system. Failure to use child restraint, again. And then the rest are just speeding, driving without license. Basically, the ones everybody kind of gets, not driving without a license, but like speeding and stuff, Just join the show and almost. Do you see? So we've been going over, if anyone's actually joining us now, we've been covering the case of 2 women that went missing after going on a very short road trip, 16 minutes away or 16 miles, to pick up Veronica's children. Veronica is one of the ladies, Veronica Butler, Jilian Kelley. Jilian went with Veronica because it was a court-ordered visit with her children, and she was to go to this abandoned, creepy gas station, meet up with the grandmother of the father. She and Jilian failed to go there and meet there. They found their car on like a kind of like a service road off, in a dirt kind of road, kind of driven far back. And we are now learning that there was blood found inside of the vehicle, and on the outside there was 2 puddles of the red stuff. 2 puddles. And we're getting ready to watch another brand new episode of News Nation. Just came out, like literally just came out. We'll see how long it's been. Maybe an hour. 1 hour ago. I could only find the one on here, so I think that there was just one. I think the other one was 4 hours ago. That's the one we just played. And I have a playlist. So I think we've done 3 or 4 lives over this. Nancy Grace, we did that on the first one. She kind of covered the beginning of the case. And then we've done 2, I think, or 3 after. I think it was 2. But it looks like this is the new one. And this is from Cuomo. So maybe Banfield's talking about it now.
how Nancy can feed what we understand about this. Nancy, thank you for joining us. Who have you been talking to, and what do we now know that we didn't know?
Give us something new,
Well,
man.
Chris, law enforcement still not talking, but this is new. Sources are telling News Nation producer Allison Weiner that the evidence includes blood inside and outside of the women's car. And according to her information, the women were shot. What happened to them remains a mystery. I did get through to the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigations today. They would not say much.
Okay, so they are saying that the women were shot, which that's what we didn't know if they were shot. But on the live, we kind of were speculating yesterday that it would probably take to gain two people, you know what I mean, to get control of two women. I think that if it was a knife, that one of them could have ran. I think that if it was someone with their bare hands, one of them could have ran. I mean, both of them could have ran. And but either one of those situations, as soon as they saw a weapon, they could have just ran. It's so vast out there. But the thing is, you have nowhere to hide either at the same time. But I think that if there was someone running around out there with like chase someone with a knife, that they would have caught. Like someone would have probably saw that, even though it's so desolate. I would think. But they are saying, and they said puddles of blood, puddles. Now, let me see. Let me see. I used to know this. Okay. So the average adult has about 4 to 6 liters of blood, or 9 to 12 US pints. If you lose more than 40% of your blood, you will die. 0.53 gallons. So 4 to 6 liters. Okay. And it's saying if you lose more than 40%. I was just wondering, how much those puddles would have been. Because cops know by the amount if they could survive or not. You know what I mean? If they could, they would be like right away, like, oh, they couldn't survive those injuries. But, oh, that's so bad. I think, see, that's what they were waiting on before they said anything or let anybody talk about it, that they would confirm that it was theirs. And in order for, I don't know, the way they're saying it, it sounds like 2 separate puddles. I mean, they could have, this is sad to say, but they could have shot one of them and then moved her to where there was a puddle here and then a puddle there. But then why leave one here? And if we're thinking the right way, or thinking, I'm not saying this is the right way, but if we're thinking in this direction, we're kind of all thinking Veronica was probably the targeted one here. But we don't, I mean, you never know. But we're assuming that she was. So why would they leave Jilian? I mean, she's not blood to them. She doesn't even have a baby with the son. So she's kind of just like a casualty in a way. Just sorry. So the reason why it's 16 miles and it's 45 minutes away is because of the roads down there. I heard it's not like all highway there. So I think you go through like little towns and stuff like that, and where you have to like slow down. Is that what I was getting out of it? So yeah, no, they did give one press conference, I believe. It was like 8 minutes long, and they described that they thought it was and there was foul play. I was going to play it for you guys, but then I was like, oh, that's kind of old. And it kind of got, let me see if I can look it up. I think anyway. I think that guy even sat down and talked to someone too. Yeah, here we go. But it's been a week. And you can't really hear it, I don't think, but it's this guy here. And he just was like saying what we said kind of earlier about what's, going on, where they were found, what they found in the car, around the car. But they didn't say anything about the blood being, they said something about being in the car, but nothing outside of the car. And now we're learning there was a lot of, blood on the outside. I'm trying to close some of these windows so I can see what we haven't watched. Okay, so let me go ahead and put it back onto News Nation. And we'll continue watching this.
But they did indicate that this investigation is progressing, and they did reveal that other locations are being searched. They would not say where,
Grandma's?
they would not say why. But as you alluded to, the custody case may be at the heart of this investigation, and this includes an 8-year-old son and a 6-year-old daughter, Chris.
Nancy, let me ask you one more thing. The idea, now I know that this isn't necessarily relevant legally, but in terms of reporting and understanding the humanity of the situation, what do we know about the father and his family in terms of by reputation?
Well, this is, like many custody cases, a very ugly custody case. There are a lot of accusations back and forth. Now, Veronica Butler, she lost custody of the kids back in 2022 because she had been moving around. She wasn't able to hold a job. So Wrangler Cole Rickman got custody of the kids.
Oh, what?
And then he ran.
Because she couldn't hold a job in what? She was moving around a lot? I understand that completely, but the dude's got weapon charges and stuff, so.
Job. So Wrangler Cole Rickman got around back in 2022 because she had been moving around. She wasn't able to hold a job. So Wrangler Cole Rickman got
He was
custody of
25.
the kids.
Still
and
learning.
Then he ran into legal trouble. So his mother has been caring for the 2 kids. We understand that due to the custody court documents indicate that the mother has alleged abuse when the kids were with Veronica. Early on, Veronica had claimed the kids were abused when they were with Wrangler. So it's been a back and forth, a lot of accusations, and a very messy custody case.
Nancy, I appreciate
He looks
it.
happy to
And,
me there.
good
And
on
look
you
at the
for mentioning
red.
your producer, Allison Weiner, who's one of the best reporters in the business. I've known her a long time, but much respect to you for giving her that name check. Good for you. So, Jennifer Coffindaffer, what do you make of the advance of understanding blood inside, blood outside, and that may have been gunshot related?
Oh, it's critical. It's what we believe to have happened because there weren't clues in and around the scene in terms of them being in that vehicle anymore. And once we knew there were signs of foul play, we figured it must be blood. But the big key to me is this information about being shot. And that makes so much sense when we're talking about bringing the FBI in. Because when you bring the FBI in, you bring in the ballistics, you bring in the lab capabilities, you bring in all
FBI came in for Idaho and it was a stabbing.
all the people that can help in terms of fingerprint analysis and DNA analysis that is going to be critical in a case like
them, though.
this.
Hey, thank you for watching.
Oh,
Please
shoot,
go
Cuomo,
to
you got me. You got me, Cuomo. But I didn't realize that this is like this interstate is known for trafficking people. We watched it on an episode, I think it was the News Nation or something yesterday. Like people were saying it in the chat, and I'm like, no way, nuh-uh. And then it came out like later that night, and I was like, really? I mean, it's desolate, so I can kind of see that part of it, but at the same time, you can see everything. I guess there's just not a lot of cars that travel on that road, and you can, sadly, but you can get them to people to turn, like pull off. Now, I'm wondering if there's some sort of like trick. I know there has to be. I would probably have to look into that. I don't know if I could look into it like fast. You know what I mean? I might have to wait till like the next live, but if there was like a way for traffickers to, I didn't say that online, you know. I was just going to see if there's like, what tactics do they use? No, that's not. Trying to see if I can. I want to just know. Maybe this could help us. Rumor versus truth. Just those are good things, but I was trying to find something about like if there's a way like they get people to pull over, like if they put a kid in the middle of the road or something, you know what I mean? And these two women that are moms come up upon this child, let's say, I don't know. I'm just, if we're going to go the trafficking route for a minute, that would get me to pull over, especially to get pulled over like back there. It's all open, vast openness. So what if somebody did put a kid right there and was like, hang out here, buddy, you know, and like, I don't know, baited them somehow. I'm just trying to think of what would make somebody turn off that side road and go back 1,000 feet. You know, it cuts you off or drives up beside you. Man, that's what I was thinking, but I didn't know if there was like, if they use like cop, you know, lights or anything like that. I mean, there used to be people that would use those. CB radio. Wow. This keeps telling me the signs. I'm like, it's not me. Yeah, it's not really. It's telling me all the signs. Like, yeah, it's not telling me. But I could probably figure it out. Maybe we'll go over that on the next live. So just giving us all like the like, you know, they use romance, control to keep you, that stuff. Oh, wow. Oh. Okay, my mom was right. Okay, I thought that was like an old wives' tale. Okay. So my mom, my dad, okay, I was born in Philadelphia. And my mom and dad, we live in Ohio, but they instilled city values, city common sense was like, you know, beating us, like not really beaten. We never were beaten, but you know, like we just knew about common sense. So my mom told me this story one day and she's like, Tanya, if you're ever out at like the mall and you're shopping by yourself, or with anybody, but you know, especially by yourself, because she knew how much I love to shop, especially during Christmas. She's like, during Christmas time, just be very careful when you walk up to your vehicle, like put your bags in. She said, kind of like look under your vehicle a little bit because there are people that will cut your like back of your legs, and that makes you drop your bags because you're in so much pain and you're like stunned, and then these people will steal your bags. Well, I'm reading here, understanding sex trafficking risk signs and whatever, and it says attackers have been known to sit under cars and cut their victims' Achilles tendon, leaving them unable to run away. And I'm like, some bitch, she was right. I just thought she was telling me that like just to be, you know, extra careful. I don't think anyone was hiding under their car, but always look underneath the car. Yeah. No one's going to get me with my Target bags. Oh, highways. Okay. Sorry about that. That's cool. I always say like, I don't know. For me, it looks like an interstate almost, you know, or what is that I'm thinking of? Like a state route. That's kind of what it looks like, a state route or something. Let me see what else we can find on here if there's anything. Oh, let me see if there's anything else on News Nation because they've really been bringing it. Oh, and I want to do memberships too. I don't want to forget to do the memberships. I don't see anything now. So I think that was all that they have, which is weird because normally Banfield puts them out. She'll probably put something out as soon as we get off. That's usually what she does. Let me give some memberships. And I wonder if the Grandma Terry or Grandma Tiffany, I mean, I wonder if she was at the gas station waiting on them. And I want to know kind of how far the road was from the gas station. If she would have, if they would have been coming towards her, if she would have been able to see them from where she would have been sitting. That's another question. Linda, yeah, I'm afraid of someone sneaking up on me too. I always wear my headphones. I mean, I know you shouldn't, but you should be able to. You know, like you should be able to wear your headphones and do whatever you want. Like people shouldn't be bothering you. Ugh. Yeah, I've seen the hospital. Yeah, that's ugh. Yeah, that would hurt really bad. Oh, thanks, Aldo. Please like, subscribe. Please like, share, and subscribe for our Tanya. I appreciate that. Always look inside back seat too. Yeah, I do that too. Always looking up in the back seat. No, I do that too. I do that too. What was that movie? There was a movie that was out a long time ago. Oh, I can't think of it. I'll think of it later probably. And it happens in that movie, and I was just I steel guitar, I do that too. If I get something in my head, I used to be like that. I'm not so much anymore. But I used to be like that. Like if I was like, "Oh, there's something under my bed," I'd be like, "Oh my god, there's something." It would go right in my head, and I'd be like freaking out. Like, but now I have a bed that's one of those sits like all the way on the floor, you know, and you pick up the mattress and you can put stuff under it, like a storage one. So unless someone's underneath the storage bed, which they could be, now I'm going to be checking under there every night. Great. Someone's going to be hiding in my clothes that's under there. Just kidding. I don't think anybody wants me. They'd bring me back. Hey, Citizen Sleuth. You don't even like your feet hanging off the edge of the bed. I get like that whenever I watch some stuff. So rural communities don't have common sense. Not the one I came from. And none of the surrounding counties really did either. No, mostly I feel like it's YouTube sometimes. That's funny. No, they do have common sense, but I feel like when you're from a city, I don't know, like it's just different. Or maybe it was just my parents were different, but it was like weird stuff. Like I'd be walking out with my purse and my mom's like, "Honey, you should put that across you and put your jacket over it so no one can steal it." Or lock your purse into the shopping cart, like where the little seatbelt is for kids. My mom used to do that so that if someone tried to steal her purse, they were taking the whole damn cart with them, she said. Like things like that. Street smarts. Yeah, street smarts. That's what I wanted to say more than common sense. But you know, like street smarts. Very much so. Hey, is the mom that was picking up the kids, is she from this part of Oklahoma? She's not, but she is in a way. I heard that she went to that high school that's right there. But they are from Hugoton. Oh, they are state highways. Okay. My mom was at the beach laying out, and her toe got bit by the geese. Oh, I was swimming. I never seen her jump so fast. My mom got bit on the ass by a duck when I was a kid, and I'll remember it. I'll remember that forever. And I was probably maybe 5 years old. It bit her hard. She didn't like it. Your parents were the same way, Aldo. Mine just were. They were just, just do this and we're going to help you. Which is good now because as an adult and not having my parents to kind of go back on, and be like this, that, and the other, it helps. So everybody make sure your gifts are on. Have them on. And then if you don't get gifted this time, just go up to like where it says like gifts. I believe you can hit the click like the gift thing and it'll let you turn them on. There. Let's see. So it says here the memberships you get will be publicly announced. Lucky recipients selected by YouTube get 1 month of access to perks from Titan Tier 2 or Titan Tier 1. I'm sorry, Titan Tier 1. So we have Titan Emoji, Titan Tier 1, and then Titan Tier 2. So after a month, I hope you guys will all consider, keeping your memberships and hanging out with us on the channel on the membership side. So I'm going to gift them and we'll see who gets them. If we even have anybody gets them, because Mary Beth and everyone's been gifted so many. And look, I shows that I'm a member and I'm like the silver arm. I'm like the lowest tier. That's so funny. Oh, that's awesome. Awesome people. Awesome. Welcome on in, guys. Welcome. Welcome. We love to have new members. We did a members only not too long ago. We're going to get ready to do another one. We have so many members and we need to do some members lives. Whenever I can, I'm super busy. I am a super busy woman, but I'm not that busy. Not busy enough to not do some members lives. Even if I get on for like half hour here and there. I thought about actually tomorrow I'm going to go wash my blanket. I have a blanket I need to wash. Not the winter one. I have another one that's like just so thick I can't put it in our washer. And our washer is like industrial. So maybe I'll take you guys with me like I did last time. Wasn't that like Christmas or something? Christmas Eve. We were there. It was a weird day to be there. And I'm like, I'm just here hanging out with you guys. I was reading the chat. Sorry. I always get really quiet. Oh, Stephanie. It says Jan gifted me membership 2 months in a row when I first came here. I was like, damn, these people are so nice. Hey, Queen of Hearts. We really do try. We really do. We try to be nice. I love this community. And I hope that it always stays this great. It will. Or I'll be roundhouse kicking people to the face left and right. Oh, thanks, Wes. We missed you the last couple of days. I'm like, where's my ride or die? Because you are, Wes. When it comes to trials, I was saying last night, I said, she will roll with you the whole 8 hours and she'll check on you. Like, are you okay? And I'm like, Wiz is still here because trials can get boring at times. Like Brian Kohlberger, we were watching the other day and there was moments where I'm like, when, Ann was talking and I was about to fall asleep, especially the hearing before this one, I thought I was really going to fall asleep. But then they started fighting back and forth and I was like, here we go. I got right into it. Did you watch it, Wiz? Kohlberger's hearing? If you didn't, we'll play it again. It was that good. It was that funny. They were going at it neck and neck. But I noticed, and I told you guys that I said, mark my words, Idaho will end up like dying down by summer, and it's getting there. Like my videos that don't have to do with Idaho do better now than my Idaho videos do. And my Idaho videos used to be like, the butter to my bread, I guess, because that's, what we've covered the most, I think, the longest. I came in with Kylie Rodney, but that was only a couple months. Quentin Simon, a couple months, even though that's still going through the system. I don't, but that's a good idea, Queen of Hearts. Do you send out missing flyers in your packages? I am going to start doing merchandise, so I should send them out in the merchandise. That would be a good idea. Like kind of like milk cartons. That's a really good idea. Is that what you meant? Because that's how I'm taking it either way. I love that idea. Yeah. That's pretty cool. Because I do like go put them out. I even thought about putting some out for Sebastian around the area. I mean, why not? Would it hurt? No. It really wouldn't hurt. It's only time. I mean, and I do say like time's important. I say that a lot, but this is important, so I feel like, I did do Caleb Harris. We're still covering that. I actually want to go back to that one. I haven't heard anything really new come out, but I think that they did an interview with his dad and I wanted to see that. And then also Elijah Vu case, one of like the big investigator on the case, he came out and he did like a full interview for that case. And I'm really interested in watching that also because sweet little Elijah Vu has not been found. His mother, the man that more than likely did something to him. They're both sitting behind bars, but they're not producing Elijah. So we're just waiting. And yeah, we do Caleb Harris. We've been following Preston Lord since the beginning of November. That happened end of October. And now News Nation is picking up Preston Lord. Nancy just picked up Preston Lord, which I should be getting those case files. Let me see. How do you share? Like share the live? There should be a share button at the bottom, I would think. It might be after the live though. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah. I could send some or something. That's a good idea. I have a printer right over there with plenty of paper. I even have the good paper, the cardstock, the thick stuff. And, I don't mind. Yeah, Ladybug, I definitely, I think I might have put it on my Twitter. Like sometimes I'll put like the thumbnails, but I do have a little playlist for him. I was trying to think of the word. Let me see if I can. I don't know how many videos we've done over it. I think we've done just a few. There hasn't been a whole lot of stuff out, it seems like. But I can dig in Reddit, subreddits and stuff. Oh my gosh, guys. We hit 15,000 subscribers. Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow. I wasn't here to celebrate 10,000 with you guys. That means a lot. That means a lot. Thank you guys. I mean, that really means a lot. We've worked really hard to get here. So thank you guys. Now we got to do our giveaway. Now I got to think of how I want to do it. I know what I want to, how I want to do, like how much I want to do, but I don't know how to do it per se. So, wow. I'm glad that I was here with you guys. I'm really glad I was with you guys this time. Because when I hit 10,000, I was standing in American Eagle with bathing suits and a dress, the dress I wore with my balloons. And Vincent texted me or called me and he was like, congratulations. I was like, what? And he was like, you hit 10,000. I was like, what? Because that's a big number. And 15,000 is a huge number. That's a big number. Thank you guys for being here with me. And you guys are here every night. You really pull through and I love that. And more people that are in here, the higher my energy is too. I can feel that. I'm an extrovert / introvert. I'm a weird person. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. I appreciate that. I do. I appreciate that so much. It's a big number, I got 15,000 of y'all to sit here and listen to me. I really like that number. I said I'd be cool with that number for a while. Maybe I'll take one day off sometime. I don't know. If you guys can name me the last day that I took off without looking at my page, I'd probably give you $100 because I don't think anyone could guess that because I don't even know. Let me know if you guys know. It's probably been, I think December. Wait, what month are we in? April? Definitely. Something like that. Something like that. I didn't even take Christmas off. But I always feel like somebody here could, want to hang out. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. That's really awesome. We did it. Weirdo, welcome to the club. Welcome in. Welcome in. If I unblock you, you're just going to come back in here and do some stuff. So never mind. Yeah, we hit it tonight, Auto. I was like, and we needed 19 before I came on. And I actually went there for something else. I was going to look at the Caleb Harris content. And that just struck me. I was like, wow. And our memberships are out of this world. Mary Beth's been gifting a lot of them. Her and Jan, and I give some here and there, but not as much as Mary Beth does. Let's see. I was going to look at the content to see how many videos we did. 1, 2, 3, it looks like. Yeah. We really haven't been doing too much of the Sebastian case because there's nothing new out. Nothing new. Riley Strand's case is pretty much done. But Caleb, we've done one. I think we've done more than that. So let's see. I think we did 3. I feel like there was another one. So yeah, we've done 3. And I want to do another one on his case. I want to see what we can find. Oh, I've been here every night. I know, Ladybug. You've been here almost 4 months and you've been here every night. I don't doubt that. I really like to be around you guys. Maybe Vincent's birthday. Maybe December 12th. That could have been it. I'll have to ask him. Probably not. He probably went to bed early and I probably came in here. I can't remember though. I remember that we hit 10,000. That was during the summer. Because I remember going outside and having those big balloons. Those balloons, y'all, I'll tell you now, because back then I would have been like mortified to tell you guys. Those balloons were like $50 for 3 balloons. Y'all. A balloon? It's not even a helium balloon. It's like something else. I don't even know what's in it, but I'm like, what? I went because like I had looked them up online at Party City, and I'm bad at measurements. That's just it. I think something's bigger than it is or something, and I'm like, oh, that'll be fine. So the ones I had like picked out, they ended up like they're like this big, and I'm like, that's not gonna work. So the next size up was the really big ones, and I'm like, God, girls got to do it. Have to have the balloons, You had to have the balloons. You remember the balloons? I should do like a balloon arch. Just go crazier with them just to be obnoxious. Hey, baby girl. Oh, thanks, Mary Beth. I say your consistency is goals. I really am consistent. I will give you that. I will give myself that. Pat on my back, Because I mean, if you guys really knew like how much we get paid as creators, you'd be like, damn, she'd be liking us to come on every night. Because we don't get paid that much. But I do like the content. That's why I'm here. For you guys in the content. I love it. I love being here every night. It makes me feel good. Makes me feel like I'm just talking to a group of my friends. He might have been. Queen Heart said, I think Vincent was watching from the other room on his B-day. No, I thought it probably was. Does it bother Vincent that you're on here so much? No, less time from him. Not a chance. Not a chance. He's on the interwebs. He's told me today when he got home, he's like, I've got to be in my thoughts or something. It made me laugh. I said, I'm not talking to you till 5 o'clock then, sir. I'm gonna pretend like you're not here. Because that's my time anyway. Thought it was pretty funny. Let's see here. Let's go here. And I'll have to fix that. I'm sorry. I will have to fix that. I must have double tapped. Oh, happy Sandy Beach. I'm glad you're here. Go big or go home. Yeah, I can fix my hashtag. That won't be too bad. I probably have to fix actually my other one too. Because for some reason I was thinking 2 L's, but you know what it is? Because I was thinking Julian the other night. Remember I said Julian a couple times? I used to know a person by that name. Maybe it'll let me save it. No, it won't let me save it. It won't let me edit it from here. So I'll have to do it after, sir. Actually, maybe do it from here before we get off. I think we can. But I hope you guys all have a wonderful night. It's only Friday. I keep thinking, I don't know what day it is. I really don't. I keep thinking today is Saturday. So I will see you tomorrow, actually. And I think we're going to do a members live. And I did get that changed. But I will be back tomorrow night if we don't do the members live. But if we do, it'll be during the afternoon. Like we normally do those during the afternoon. And then if not, I'll be back tomorrow night at 9:15 p.m. And maybe I'll do like a poll tomorrow to see what you guys want to cover, like what you guys want to go over. I know that this is weird. I don't know why all the way on Wednesday, Nancy Grace is going to talk to Cheryl McCollum on her station, Zone 7, I think it's called. And they're going to talk about this case. Or not Nancy. Not Nancy. The lady we were just talking, or was just talking on News Nation. One of those people. So, oh, well, you look at that. You're green now. Green, baby. Content and the people are the best. Thanks, Catherine. They really are. Thank you, Queen of Hearts. I appreciate it. Yeah, even if I'm tired sometimes, and I try to get you guys good content. I really do. But sometimes I'm just, I have those nights I'm like, oh, I'm sleepy, but we're gonna do this. I think I bring pretty good energy. I hope I never come on here and I'm never like, hey guys. Yeah, that would be so bad. How are you guys? I don't know. I just couldn't. I always bring the energy. I try to. And I don't even have my dogs in here. I'm surprised. They were with me all day. Interwebs, internet. I call it interwebs. I don't know why I do. Yeah, Elisa. It's not easy. Yeah. She said your channel's only been around for just a little over a year. Some creators don't ever get their channels off the ground. It's not easy. It's not. So yeah, a little bit, baby girl. So the new details are that well, there's more details with the family being nuts, the grandmother. Then there's blood found outside of the car, 2 puddles. And there are sources that are coming out to News Nation and stuff, and they're saying that gun was involved. So those are some of the highlights that you missed. And I know there's probably more, but we looked at drone footage. We looked at footage from the gas station, somebody driving by the abandoned gas station that they were supposed to meet at. So yeah, it's pretty good live tonight. Pretty good. And News Nation still had more videos, like not new, but like older. And I'm like, dang, they've really been, when they get a bite of something, they play it. They play it out. I'm not gonna lie about that, but I'll tell him. I wonder if he knows, because he usually watches my live, but tonight he's been so busy with like his computer stuff. So I wonder if he even knows. I'll have to go over there and tell him. Be like, we did it. Because when we first started the channel, I was like, we didn't even think about gaining subscribers. We really didn't. But I'm so glad that you guys are all here. The grandma sticks in my car. Yeah. I don't know what she's doing. She's doing the most. I'm gonna dig into her a little bit. I want to get all those court papers. I want to know what's going on over there. So yeah, we're thinking, baby girl, that they're not. But they didn't really say anything about them not being. They just said 2 puddles of blood. But I'm assuming, yeah. We looked up how much you have and stuff, and you would think that would. Well, I wonder how. Actually, you know what? Let's think. We'll have to do that on the next live. I want to see how many liters, how much that would fit. Like, we'll do like an experiment. You bring the best group of people together. I really do. I really do. I mean, you guys come. I'm just here. I'm the host. I'm the Ashley Banfield in the back with the brown hair. And the earrings aren't as cool as hers, but I've had these since I was like 23. This is the oldest thing, other than I have a stapler that I have to my name. Like that's it. I have nothing from like my childhood or anything. So I have a stapler, earrings, and something else. It's like that's my most prized possessions. I'm like, this is sad. I have beautiful things now, but you know what I mean? Like just stuff from when you're a kid. My brother has most of it packed away. So the kids, Michelle, I'm thinking, I don't know. Normally when there's like a situation like this, they'll take them out of the custody, but this is weird circumstances. I don't think the grandmother should have them to begin with. As soon as Veronica got on her feet, which it seems like she was on her feet. She had her own job, own business, all that. I'm sure if she owned her own business, she had a stable place to live. And that's what she was working towards, to get these children. And she's about to get these children back. End of March, they were going to be going to court soon. Like maybe the first week of April, it was like right around that time. So, it's very crazy. Just reading up through the chat. Well, I appreciate you guys all being here. The state does need to take the kids. Maybe she could have been moving around for that reason. Yeah, to stay safe. That's what I heard, sassy girl. I didn't even know that was a thing. I want the law not to be able to come after me, but just the sheriff. At least, yeah, and that's so sad. Sometimes custody battles get so bad and the kids end up being orphans. They do. They really do. I always like to just get onto YouTube, see if there's anything we're missing. But maybe there is. Maybe there's not. I don't know. It looks like Dietz is live. She's chit-chatting. Oh my gosh. Okay, yep. I would never say to not cover a missing persons case. I think that everybody should cover a missing persons case. The more eyes out on it, the better. But I just went to the live tab and there's creators out there that are picking up this story now, and they are the most speculatory channels. Like, I know we speculate over here, but these people will done say some vulgar shit. And I knew they were going to pick up this case because Sebastian's case is dried out. When you've streamed it for 24 days straight, you know what I mean? It gets dried out. Sorry, I'm on my soapbox. I shouldn't have went over to the live tab. I won't do it again. But I just don't get it. There's nothing new. There's nothing new, or we would be covering it. Absolutely nothing. Not even a little. I was just going to see if there's anybody. There's people still talking about Summer Wells, though, but they should be talking about Summer Wells. We need more people. We need more trustworthy journalists to look at, or YouTubers or whatever, to look at Summer Wells' case. Somebody that wasn't invested in it. Do you know what I mean? Like somebody that's just completely blind. I'm pretty much blind to it. So I think that would, I would be kind of a decent person to cover it, but I don't want to get involved in the crazy. I would just cover it from over here, looking in on the crazy, not getting in with the crazy. You know what I mean? Conjugal visits and stuff. Oh, sassy girl, I will Google it. Wow. They refuse to follow the government rules. Me too, then. True crime channels are the worst. Benos and Summer Wells. Brainworms, they are. It's like, oh my gosh, you're in Oklahoma? I just went up there. So it's been in your local news. How close are you? Do you know, like from where they were at? It's just, man, it really burns my ass, It really does. And I don't care. I really do want people to cover missing people's cases. But the thing here is they're going to twist everything around. And you think I went after Grandma hard? Nope. They're going to tear her up. They're about to tear her up. And I think it's because the tides are switching. They're like switching from Chris Proudfoot, in my opinion, to maybe Seth, because Seth fell asleep during his polygraph. If Chris Proudfoot would fall asleep during his polygraph, the whole internet would have been on fire. So I think they're just trying to divert that situation. We don't want to talk about that. We'll go over here, It chaps yours too, Elise. I mean, me too. Oh, good grandma. You're welcome. And sorry if I kept saying grandma tonight. You're like, I say grandma a lot. I should call her Grammy. Wish there was more coverage. Yeah, no, I'm here to cover it though. Yes, I'm near Tulsa. Awesome. We had the Tulsa, like one of the chiefs or whatever, sergeants. He was on News Nation. He was the guy from the First 48. I liked him. But I think I'm going to jump off here. I will be back tomorrow. Oh, Mary Beth, I hope I can get I'm just going to make my own booth at CrimeCon next year. Shoot. You'll see me. I'll make a booth as like a dress that just, like goes around me. And then if I want to sit down, it'll look like a booth. I just thought of that, and there we go. Got it ready. Really? Wow, Reba, I don't know. There's so much drama on the streets. Those streets are on fire, Reba. I need to complete my live on the second channel. So maybe we'll do that tomorrow or Sunday. Cause like we started talking about stuff and we kind of got off topic, but I wanted to talk about just the drama and stuff and the whole Sebastian Rogers case. Cause it's really throwing people through a loop, No, Brooks is cool over here. We like Brooks. Brooks is my friend. That's my girl. We like her over here. She'll stop in every once in a while when she stays up late. Oh, aiming for man. I know that sometimes she gets a little backlash. Do you know what I mean? Like, and she's just like anybody else. She's just like, whatever. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, don't mess with her. Yeah. I mean, she's cool. I really like her. I've been on her panel a couple of times and she always makes me feel really welcome. And I love that. And it's like when you talk to her, I feel like I'm just talking to a friend, you know what I mean? Like it's easy to talk to her. And I saw that she got an interview with Seth, which I'm surprised she really didn't get an interview sooner with like the Proudfoots and Seth and the whole crew, because she gets a lot of interviews. She does have a lot of interviews. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Well, I heard that one of them had a live tonight. You like Brooke because she's Miria? No, I like Brooks too because she's good. I like her. She has that different personality, and I love that. You know what I mean? Like we all have a different personality, but like she has that. I don't know how to explain her. She's rough, but soft at the same time, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like I have a feeling she grew up with brothers. Like she just looks like she would have brothers and she'd be kicking their ass. You subscribed over there, Mary Beth? Yeah, she's really good. She's a good creator. Her name is Crime Lions and Lies. Yeah, okay, I said that right. And her name is Brooks, but she usually no, she's country. She definitely is country. She just looks like she would be the type that would grow up around brothers. But she's soft as in like her heart is soft. You know what I mean? Like she's a big softie. So Sassy Girl, she goes live in the morning. Her channel is Crime Lines and Lies, and she does a lot of like she'll do a lot of interviews with like the family members. Like she gets the interviews. I forget one she got, and I about fell over my chair. I was like, oh, it was Michael in the Michael Vaughn case. Stacey Wanderer. I was like, she done got Stacey Wanderer. I'm like, what is going on here? Oh, Stephanie, I'm not. It's true. Like the stuff that I've heard anyway, I've seen receipts on, it's true. And it's like, I don't know. I just stay in my corner, I just stay over here in my corner. Well, actually I don't. I lied. I don't want to lie to you guys. I don't. I go in the chats. I chat sometimes, just depending on the topic, like I may not like the topic that they're talking about, but I like the creator, one of those things. But if it's a topic where they're like trashing somebody that I like, I'm not going to be in there participating. If I'm already in the chat and I'm chatting about something else, and you can clearly see that in the chat, like I'm talking to someone in the chat, just, not even about the case, then, Oh, Stephanie, there are so many channels that they're part of the trauma community, and that's where Brittany came from. So she came from that community to true crime. And so that's why everything kind of follows her. That's how I think anyway. Yeah. And I just It's just bad. Bad news bears, Yeah, it's everybody going after everybody. Everybody going after everybody. It's like I didn't really know about okay, so I didn't know about clip channels really until Vincent one night. He was in the back door, around the corner, through another basement, through a tunnel, into the forever rooms or whatever it's called. Like he literally was in this part of YouTube that I had never seen. And he's watching it and I'm like, "What are you watching?" It was Truth Teller. That's who it was too. And if you know her, she's got a mouth. She knows how to use it. Like, and I was like, "What are you listening to?" So then I started like looking into them and I'm just like, what is this? What's going on? It's basically just YouTubers that hold other YouTubers accountable for things. Or they try to, you know. And then normally the other creator that they're talking about, you have to go and always get both sides. Do you know what I mean? Don't just believe that creator because you love that creator or you think that creator is telling you the truth, or don't believe the clickbait channel just because they're telling you that. Go and check with the creator's channel. I just know that if you're, and I'm not saying this to anybody in particular, but if you're deleting videos, there's a reason for that. If you're editing like your lives, there's a reason for that. And that ain't a good look. Covering the same case for a month straight, no other cases, that's not true crime to me. True crime should be, you cover multiple cases. You try to get as many cases as you can out. Maybe that's what I think true crime is. But I like that. I like that part of true crime. It's a crime circus. It is. It really is. I didn't know until a few months ago. Like I knew about like Dietz and stuff like that, but like she's not problematic. But now it's like, whoa. Well, Otto, 20 some days streaming the same thing. My eyes will burn. Oh my gosh. And okay, I'm gonna say one more thing before I get off here because I'm gonna get in trouble if I don't. Somebody that's been streaming the Sebastian case that's been putting out so much misinformation, it's up to my eyeballs right now, had the nerve to come on and say, I can't believe all of the drama around the Sebastian Rogers case. Can you believe all the drama? I just cannot believe it. Spews drama for 6 hours. Like, what? I'm so confused, Like, to me, as of right now, they said it's not a criminal investigation. They said that the parents aren't being looked into like that, like they're being cleared or they haven't been cleared, but they're being they've been doing polygraphs and all that. They're saying Chris wasn't in the area. Seth took a polygraph. We don't think we know the results of that. Katie took a polygraph. She said she passed. I mean, until we have like something concrete, speculate for a couple of days, that's fine. But if you're running that train into like, speculation station, if you're going on the cross country tour, it's too much, It's too much to watch. What kills me is just like, it's the same content every night. The content doesn't change. Facebook discussion group, Twitter. What? I mean, like just scrolling through. I'm like, what? I'm like, I'm going to do that one of these days. I'm going to come up here one of these days and I'm going to be like, until someone talks about something. I kind of like the guys that are comedians, not necessarily true crime. I enjoy some sarcasm now and then. Me too. Good grandma, when I'm off of the, when I'm off, like from doing my stuff on YouTube, like true crime, I don't really watch other true crime. You're killing me, Don. Well, Otto, I can't help it. I can't help myself. Oh, they don't give you the results. Oh, I thought they did. Sassy girl, there's never any new info on half the channels. And then half of them have like the most clickbait titles I've ever seen in my life. And it just makes me want to scream. Because as somebody that cares about the case and wants to, I would love to do a live over Sebastian. Well, we just did one the other night, keeping the facts out. But it's like hard to do a live over it because you're going to get a room full of people that disagree with you. They all think Carissa did it, Katie did it. And that's it. If you don't agree with that, you're a troll. You are just, it's bad. You're bad. You're bad. Bad girl. Well, I needed to say it. There's a lot more I'd like to say. Don't you get me started, Otto. We'll save it for the other channel. Make sure I bring this energy. That's what I need to do. I just need to do a live and then go over there. Because it's just, And I also don't think that creators should spread misinformation the way they do. And then they panel hop. And then they all get together and they just spew this garbage. One person was mad because he went there to search and the family didn't come up to him personally and thank him. Really? Dude, really? I wouldn't want to be 6 feet around you either. I'd be practicing social distancing. Why would a family member have to do anything other than be there? They don't even need to be there. Just crazy, Crazy. Yeah, I'm going to go wake him up if he's sleeping. If he's sleeping, I'm going to wake him up. But thank you guys, for letting me vent on my soapbox. You guys let me do that at the end of the lives every once in a while, and I need it. I usually don't do too much, too much. I don't say anything that's too crazy, but nothing that I won't stand behind. But I don't agree with people going after people in a bad way, in a mean, aggressive, going after their looks, going after their, that kind of stuff. But if you're going after the content and you're making a point, or, you're making valid points, then yeah, put it out there. Put it out there for all of us to see because we want to watch. Who doesn't like a little drama every now and again? Come on now. But I appreciate you guys all being here tonight. I really do. I really do appreciate you guys coming into the lives every night. I would know if you weren't here. Like Alicia. Where's Alicia? She probably didn't feel good tonight. I'll have to make sure she's okay. She was in here last night though. And we know Isabel's sleeping. She's getting her beauty rest. So she's watching on replay. Hello. And Jan's probably getting her beauty rest. I do have mods. They need sleep. It's 3 o'clock where Isabel is. And then Jan just needs her beauty rest, It's 11:25. So she's like, girl, I'm sleepy. But if you guys haven't subscribed, I'll put the link to my second channel in the chat because we're going to go live over there again soon. We kind of got derailed from the live today, but it was perfectly fine. We had a really good live anyway. We talked more about trauma instead of drama, but it worked. So this is the channel for all things unfiltered, pretty much. Yep. Well, I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you guys again. I will see you guys all tomorrow about 9:15 p.m. Have a wonderful Saturday. Have a wonderful weekend if I don't see you tomorrow on the live. But if I do, that'd be even better. But if you guys don't mind hitting the like button on the way out, thank you all new members. Thank you for gifting members. Riddler, thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate you guys. I missed someone. Tammy, thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate that. I'm going to get me some Starbucks tomorrow when I go over to Target like I do every day. But thank you guys, and I'll see you guys all later. Bye, guys.